Welcome to my class. I'm teacher Lee.
Today class, we are going to discuss about solving problems involving rational algebraic equations. Objectives. First, apply the different steps in solving problems involving rational algebraic equation. Second, solve problems involving rational algebraic equation. Problem number 1. The sum of the number and its reciprocal is 50 over 7. Find the numbers. So class, we have steps and tasks. Step number 1. Represent the number and its reciprocal. So let x the number, 1 over x equals the reciprocal of the number. Step number 2, formulate the equation. So the equation we have is x plus 1 over x equals 50 over 7. Why equals 50 over 7? Because it is stated in the problem that the sum of the number and its reciprocal is 50 over 7. Step number 3. Multiply both sides of the equation by the LCD. LCD stands for the least common denominator. So, in the given problem, the LCD is 7x. Still class, we are in the step number 3. Multiply both sides of the equation by the LCD. Again, LCD stands for the least common denominator. So, we have our equation. Quantity x plus 1 over x equals 50 over 7. So, multiply both sides by the LCD, 7x. So, we are going to apply here the distributive property of multiplication. So, first, we are going to multiply 7x times x. And the product is 7x squared. Next, 7x times 1 over x. This time, class, we can also cancel x. So, the remaining is 7 times 1. The product is 7. So, plus 7 equals. Next, we are going to multiply 50 over 7 times 7x. So, this time, we can cancel also 7. So, the remaining is 50 times x equals 50x. So, this time, the final answer in number 3 is 7x squared plus 7 equals 50x. Next class, let's proceed in step number 4. Write the resulting equation in standard form. Ax squared plus bx plus c equals 0. So now, the standard form we have is 7x squared minus 50x plus 7 equals to 0. So here, class, in step number 3, we are going to transpose 50x to the left side, so it will become negative 50x. So that makes our standard form 7x squared minus 50x plus 7 equals 0. Now, let's proceed in step number 5. Factor the resulting equation in step number 4. So, we will find the factors of 7x squared minus 50x plus 7 equals to 0. The factors are quantity of x minus 7 times the quantity of 7x minus 1 equals to 0. You can check also, class, if your factors are correct by using the FOIL method. Then, let's proceed in step number 6. Equate each factor by 0. Use zero product property. So, the answers are x minus 7 equals to 0, 7x minus 1 equals 0. Then, step number 7. Solve for x. So, x minus 7 equals to 0. So, the answer is x is equals to 7. X equals to 7 because if you are going to transpose negative 7 to the right side, it will become positive 7. Next, we have 7x minus 1 equals to 0. We are going to transpose negative 1 to the right side, so it will become positive 1. So the answer is 7x equals 1. Then, 7x equals 1, you are going to divide both sides by 7. So it will become 7x over 7 equals 1 over 7. And the final answer is x is equals to 1 over 7. Next, number 8, conclusion. So from that, therefore, the numbers are 7 and 1 over 7. Now class, let's proceed in problem number 2. It takes Sarah 6 hours more to do a job than it takes Maha. If they work together, they can finish the same job in 4 hours. How long would it take Maha to finish the job alone? So this time class, again we have steps and tasks. We'll start step number 1. Represent the unknown variable of the given problem. So, let x the number of hours of Maha, then x plus 6 the number of hours of Sarah, and 1 over x equals the part of the job done by Maha in 1 hour, and 1 over x plus 6 part of the job done by Sarah in 1 hour, and 1/4 equals the part of the job done by Sarah and Maha in 1 hour. Now class, let's proceed in step number 2. We are going to formulate the equation. So, 1 over x plus 1 over x plus 6 equals 1/4. That is the equation. Next, number 3. Multiply both sides of the equation by the LCD. Again, the LCD stands for the least common denominator. Now, the LCD is, in the given problem, is 4 times x plus 6. Because here, the denominator we have is x plus 6, and 4. So, the given equations 1 over x plus 1 over x plus 6 equals 1/4. It is stated that we are going to multiply both sides by the LCD. So the LCD, we are going to multiply that. Now, what we are going to do first is we'll get the product of the LCD times the binomial. So again, class, we are going to apply here the distributive property of multiplication. So, LCD times 1 over x. Okay, so first, we can cancel x plus. And from that, the remaining is 4 times x plus 6. Now, we will get the product of 4 times x. The result is 4x. Then, we will get also the product of 4 times 6. The result is 24. So, therefore, the product of 4 times x plus 6 times 1 over x equals 4x plus 24. Next, also we are going to multiply the LCD times 1 over x plus 6. So what we are going to do is we can cancel first x plus 6. Then the product is 4x. So we have 4x plus 24 plus 4x. Then equals, same class, the LCD times 1/4. Then we can cancel also 4. Then the remaining is x times x plus 6. Again, we are going to apply distributive property of multiplication. So x times x, the product is x squared. X times 6, the product is positive 6x. Okay, class. As you observe, we have similar terms on the left side. So we have 4x plus 4x equals 8x plus 24 equals x squared plus 6x. Okay? So now, let's proceed in step number 4. Write the resulting equation in standard form ax squared plus bx plus c equals to 0. So now we have 8x plus 24 equals x squared plus 6x. We just copy, class, the answer in step number 3. So what we are going to do is copy first x squared plus 6x. Then we are going to transpose 8x to the right side. So it means we are going to change the sign. From positive 8x, it will become negative 8x. And then we are going to transpose also 24 to the right side. So it will become negative 24. Then equals to 0. Then, class, we are going to simplify. So x squared plus 6x minus 8x. So you are going to perform subtraction. So we have minus, the answer is negative 2x minus 24 is equals to 0. So now the standard form we have is x squared minus 2x minus 24 equals 0. Then let's proceed in step number 5. Factor the resulting equation in step number 4. So we have the factors x minus 6 times the quantity x plus 4 equals to 0. Because the factor of negative 24 is negative 6 and positive 4. Then number 6. Equate each factor by 0. Use zero product property. So we have x minus 6 equals to 0. Then x plus 4 equals 0. Next, number 7, class, we are going to solve for x. So we have x minus 6 equals to 0 and x plus 4 equals to 0. So now, x is equals to 6 because if we are going to transpose negative 6 to the right side, it will become positive 6. Same also, class, here, we have x plus 4 equals to 0. So the answer is x is equals to negative 4. As you can see, class, we have two values. One is positive and the other is negative. Note, since there is no negative time, discard the negative value of x. It means that we are going to use only positive 6. So by substitution, it is stated in the problem that Sarah represents as x represent the hours of Sarah. So therefore, x is equals to 6. Then x plus 6 represent the hours of Maha. So now, if we're going to replace x by 6, so the answer is 12. So conclusions for that, therefore, Maha can do the job alone in 6 hours and Sarah can do the job alone in 12 hours. Is that clear, class?